It would just be insane to do some like Pacific or Hella Loose. This is one of the best trailers of all time. Damn, dude. Imagine this at Hella Loose, bro. Imagine.
Hey guys, Rasbora here with another video. Today we talk about Hella Loose 2 and if it ran an Unreal 5 engine. This is from an episode of the Razcast. It's a podcast I run on my streams regularly at 1 p.m. on Saturdays. If you didn't know, I do stream on Twitch daily. So if you want to catch up with me, play live with me, or just chat, go ahead and check me out there at Raz_Bora. Hope this goes ahead and sheds some light on what we could expect on the next iteration of Hella Loose and the future of gaming in general. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
The next thing I want to talk about today, which I think is super, super cool, Unreal 5. What if there was a world that there was a Hella Loose 2, and in Hella Loose 2, we had Unreal 5. I think, honestly, Unreal 5 is going to blow your mind. So let's go into Unreal 5 and kind of like why it's so fucking insane. So I saw a little bit of this video and I thought it was very interesting to kind of show you guys. And like I said, we'll pause it throughout and we're going to kind of break it down because I think this is just insane.
Major update for Unreal Engine 5 just released called 5.1, and it is a huge deal. The reason why is one word, and that is foliage.
Boom. So immediately, foliage is like the main thing in Unreal 5, and he's going to break down kind of what it does. And I think that with this and some of the new way the nanites work compared to the LODs, I think it's gonna bring so much. But can I ping through that fence? No, you can't. Sorry. You also have the loadout bug still. Why mustn't it Unreal? Why can't it be real? Lol. I keep noticing the guy in the video says foliage. Yeah, isn't it? I always said foliage, but I probably said it wrong too. I don't know.
Since Unreal Engine 5 came out, it introduced a
revolutionary
new way of rendering geometry called nanites.
There
to
you go.
Briefly sum up nanites, every object you see...
yeah, it's wrong. I know. I always say it wrong every time.
Flat planes of geometry called polygons. And the more polygons
foliage?
you have in your environment,
oh, there you go. That sounds right.
the longer it will take to render.
Still will build carries, though.
Games have developed a system called...
So look at that. Level of detail, right? So these are like the nanite stuff.
Level of detail, or LOD for short. The further away an object is from the camera, the less polygons it will use to render that object.
That's a bit low.
This makes games run faster since there's less polygons that have to be rendered. But it is very time consuming to create all those LODs. Nanite replaces LODs because it uses dynamic level detail. This means you can have an object with millions of polygons without any LODs because polygons dynamically deform, lowering the amount of polys on an object.
So I think that's so insane, and I think that's huge. So what that means, right, is that it will automatically adapt to the polygons that's set on that full res object, rather than devs having to go in there and like create the LODs for different distances. So Gritson's kind of explained to me how like he has to make different LODs for specific distances, and that's just a static. So this will be straight up like, oh, Terry didn't notice you. Hello. Terry's our boy. But it'll automatically adapt for the distance based on the original model, which I think is so important. And I think that's gonna be insane. Like the level of detail. Now, I was speaking to Danny about this. Danny Art, one of the Hella Loose devs as well. He did mention because of some of the resources that it needs, you would need to have like an M.2 or an NVMe, like a solid state drive, to really run anything properly on Unreal 5. I would assume that has some basis on like what he's done with it. I just don't know at all, like, because I'm not a game dev, but like based on my understanding, that's pretty much what it is.
A good example of nanite in use is this desert. If I come up to lit, nanites, triangles, we can see nanite in action. Every color is an individual polygon, and there are millions of them without a single LOD being used. The biggest issue with nanites is that it did not work with foliage. This means we still have to rely on level of detail for foliage like shrubs, grass, and trees. Trees generally use billboards as the lowest level of
yes.
detail, which is just
Foliage.
a flat plane with a texture that, as you can see,
See,
does not look very.
so this is what I was talking about. So this is for like the different distances. So imagine as a game dev, right? And for Hella Loose is the same way. Like this is why you get all the like long distance like Play-Doh, or you get the long distance like ice cream, right? It's because at a certain distance, you'll have to make different LODs for the different distance. And so obviously the further out it gets, it just turns into just a 2D picture. Like literally like a sprite of a fucking tree.
It's just a flat plane with a texture that, as you can see, does not look very nice. Here is an example of what a billboard looks like. I have Unreal Engine 5 opened up, and in this environment, all the trees are
Thing begins to look like an enlarged pine cone. Exactly. This is insane.
using level of details, because that was the only option. Now, if I move my camera far away, you can see that the trees change LOD.
Yeah, look at that. So this is exactly what happens with the happy little trees. All right. This is exactly what happens with Hella Loose, right? It's just straight up like once you hit that threshold, it just turns into billboards. Like it turns into those, 2Ds, like crazy things,
LODs until they are using billboards.
That's literally Hella Loose. That's literally Hella Loose and
pretty
Squad.
bad. Notice how even the shadows disappear because billboards only block light if it's facing it. Now in Unreal Engine 5.1,
let the trees be happy little accidents. Exactly. Bob Ross vibes. So this is crazy though. I mean, this technology is going to change like these kind of Hell Loose style games forever.
we finally get nanite foliage. To enable nanite on foliage is pretty simple. You want to open up the static mesh, and within here make sure enable nanite support is turned on, and this is unique for foliage. Select preserve area. That's how if we aren't too far away, the object won't disappear. And then press apply changes. I went ahead and did the exact same process to all the trees in this environment. Now when the camera flies away, there is no LOD transitions or billboard.
That is fucking insane. Like, the transition is nuts. Now imagine this. This is my point today that I'm making to you. Imagine this as this. Wouldn't that be crazy? Straight up, Pacific Theater, fire, smoke everywhere, perfect foliage everywhere. Like, crazy.
Boards. The trees retain the same quality.
That is how it looks, though. Dude, that's oh, I mean. Oh, no, yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying, Grits. Like, that's what I'm saying. We were saying, like, this is how, right, it looked like before. Like, this is Unreal 4.
Only block light if it's facing it.
Like, could you imagine?
Now it flies away.
Freaking
there is no
the Pacific on that. Oh my god, dude! I can't believe the level of detail that's in UE5, bro. I can't believe that. I'm gonna miss the 2D palm trees. It's like I can smell the fresh oxygen coming from my screen. Imagine Stalingrad. Wowza, right? That is insane. Petition to put HLL2 on.
The trees in this environment. Now when the camera flies away, there is no LOD transitions or billboards. The trees
I thought palm trees looked like billboards at a distance. Lol. Signed, exactly.
Retain the same quality as if they're being viewed up close. And the shadows do not disappear at long distances.
Wow.
There is no loss in performance. In fact, we gained an extra 5 frames. So it is more performant.
What? How the fuck is that possible? You gain frames. You gain FPS. So, killers, you'll get, like 50 FPS finally. How am I going to spot a Gary across the map? You're not. Gonna miss my MG shooting in wheat fields half rendered in just exactly. Isn't this, now we're talking. That is insane.
They're being viewed up close. And the shadows do not disappear at long distances. There is no loss in performance.
I think Unreal 5 is being insane for Hell Loose.
So it is more performant than LODs. So nanite not only looks better, it runs better in certain scenarios. Here's another example showing the power of nanite. This is what it looks like without nanite. The level of detail is noticeable because you can see that in the distance, the trees are just textures. Also, the lighting is casting incorrect shadows. And this is the same environment, but with nanite enabled. The trees far away are no longer being faked by inaccurate textures. All the trees are real geometry that exists in the world,
much different to me.
and we did not lose any performance. I wanted to push the limit of nanite foliage, so I create a forest that is 4 square kilometers. In total, there's over 100,000 trees in this environment, and I'm still getting decent performance. And as a reminder, this is all in real time. This level of density was only possible in pre-rendered movies. Also, it makes life easier.
Please make wet roads less shiny. Yeah, Gritson doesn't really do that. He just makes basically the maps. That's what Gritson does. I put my game on low medium anyway, so all trees look the same to me. This is insane.
We don't need several. This is all in real time. This level of density was only possible in pre-rendered movies. Also, it makes life easier. We don't need several different versions of an object for LODs anymore.
That looks real.
On top of nanite, foliage now interacts with light accurately. In real life, light passes through or bounces inside of leaves, creating subsurface scattering. Previously, this did not work with UE5's lighting, but now it does. This is Foliage in Unreal Engine 5.0. Notice how the shadows are way too dark and unrealistic. And here's Foliage in Unreal Engine 5.1.
Which channel you ripped this from?
Now light is passing through the leaves and illuminating the ground, which looks a lot nicer.
Check them out.
This is a subtle change.
Perkin Forest before the battles, fuck everything up. Oh, dude. Could you imagine the destruction? Like, could you imagine destruction in this? This would be insane.
But it does make a big difference. They also added nanite landscapes, but it is feature incomplete and still in early access. Hopefully in the next version of Unreal, we get proper nanite landscapes. Of course, foliage is not the only major change. When Unreal Engine 5 released, it introduced a new lighting system called Lumen, which gave us high-performance dynamic bounce lighting. And while it was revolutionary, there was one big issue, and that is it did not work with translucent materials. So glass and water reflections were
plus 5 FPS, minus 15 FPS for all the debris, exactly.
Pretty much broken. It was so bad that I was recommending people to not use glass, since the reflections were completely different from the environment. Right now, I have a previous Unreal Engine version open up,
that still looks pretty freaking good.
Windows reflections
oh yeah, I can see
no
that.
Sense.
That is very much like
reflection from nowhere.
Phasmophobia. Phasmophobia has that kind of like light. You know what I'm saying?
And same thing for this glass jar. And this is the same environment in 5.1. But you will notice that there is no change yet in the reflections. And that's because we have to go into our post-process volume
minus
and
2 PS
under
for the reflections,
Lumen reflections. Make sure high-quality translucency reflection is turned on.
Wow.
Now we get a one-to-one reflection with our environment.
Damn.
We can better see this in the glass cupboard. There is an accurate reflection of the room. We can even see the table
for the other
and windows within that reflection.
Yeah,
the downside,
I don't know what it's on, but that is how it looks on Phasmophobia though.
Is that the setting does lower performance, so there is a cost, but nothing is free, and now reflections work.
There you
Water
go,
isn't broken anymore because of this new setting.
GPU melting watching this video.
Reflection, we would have to use planar reflection and then manually move it to line it up with the water. Now I could just enable translucent to get realistic water reflections
that's cool.
Without having to use a reflection capture.
That's like ray tracing.
This also fixes reflections for large bodies of water.
Damn.
Notice how on the side of the view.
Could you imagine like Okinawa or like Iwo Jima, like you're coming up on the freaking boats looking like some stormy, but like these ray tracing water reflections? Like the terrain looks like this, but just black sand. Oh my god.
We have weird reflections.
Yeah.
This is because by default, Unreal is using screen space for translucent reflections. So that's why we get this artifacting.
Get ready, boys!
And to get rid of it now, just within the post-process volume, activate high-quality translucency reflection.
Like,
so now we get accurate,
Pacific.
large body reflections without any artifacting. Also, besides Lumen reflections working with glass and water, Lumen Global Illumination has seen massive improvements. Lumen now has a much more accurate bounce lighting
like a broken car on my PC.
Light from the object surface instead of a voxel approximation. Yeah. What this means is that our environment is indirectly illuminated more, and there's less light.
That looks beautiful.
Right here is a simple room with a point light in the old version, and here it is in 5.1.
Yeah, I mean, look at the difference between this, dude. It's like you can definitely tell it's a little softer lighting,
point
right?
Light in the one.
Like, look at the softer lighting. I mean, that looks a little more realistic. Yo, Iris, what's up? You'll need an RTX 20 series or higher. Really? Dang, dude. Well, better start getting it, boys. Irish, what's up, baby? If we do come from the boat, like dude, could you imagine that? Husk will be entertaining. Oh my god, Husk would be
The shadows are more illuminated.
insane.
And we got rid of the weird occlusion in the corners. Here's another example of just
doing
indirect
good.
skylighting in version 5. And
We're looking right now at the new update for Unreal 5, Unreal 5.1. We're talking about how Hella Loose 2 would be probably amazing if it ran on Unreal 5, as they changed the trees and the foliage of 5.1. So it's gonna be insane.
here it is in 5.1. You can
Kinda
tell
looking
that
at
the
it.
secondary bounces are more accurate and powerful.
It's just, I think the LODs versus the nanites is huge. I think that's probably like one of the biggest updates in technology. Foliage. Dude, fuck it. Foliage. Fuck it.
And finally, there's a lot less noise when
Trees.
using
I'll just call it
emissive
trees from now
materials.
on.
In this example, there's a lot of noise when I move the light around. And here it is in 5.1. There is no noise.
Foliage eggplants.
You can't
Touche.
even tell that this is real time.
Touche.
It looks path traced. Lumen wasn't the only lighting
Holy
system that got
edge.
improved.
Holy
Now the path tracer
Everyone's
supports
like,
sky and atmosphere. Just make sure in your post-process volume under path tracing, reference
Foliage.
atmosphere is enabled.
Foliage. There we go. Thanks.
Also, path tracing
Foliage.
now finally supports decals and light functions. For those who want to use traditional light
fought
baking,
foliage,
the
my
GPU
pants.
light mask has seen massive improvement. First off, the light mask works. At release, it was crashing, but now since it is more stable, the quality of the lighting is better. And the denoiser has improved in dark areas.
I mean, this just looks
Also,
insane,
the GPU
dude.
light mask now supports sky and atmosphere
I mean, I can't believe,
right out of the box.
like,
Besides lighting, there's also an interesting change to how large Unreal levels.
I would want to try this. So I know they came out with a Matrix Unreal 5 demo. I would love to try that. I really want to try that. Foliage. There you go.
Can be. In past
This looks
versions of
just
Unreal,
insane.
if you are really far away from
Video
the world
game porn,
origin,
exactly.
Unreal
What's up, whatever, bro?
Engine starts
We're talking about Unreal 5 right
to
now.
break. For example, I'm in Unreal Engine 4 and I'm very far from the origin. The widgets are starting to break apart because
Jesus.
Unreal can't calculate what is happening that
I can guarantee you, Britain says that just like the Brits say it. Like my boy Jason probably says it. Like Terry, I know Terry says it like that. I talked to Terry before and he says it. You gotta say it dumb. They say it aluminium. That's bullshit. It's aluminum. It's aluminum. It's not aluminium. I want to go to bed. I already hit my head several. No, God, killers. No worries. Go to bed, dude. Thanks for hanging out. I know you're all the way on the other side of the world, bro. Bullshit, he says as he skips the I. Aluminum. Aluminum. Touche, lo. Literally ignores. We're American. We don't give a shit about all the letters. We have Z instead of Z. Take it easy, killers. Me duh American. Duh minimal. Hey, Terry. So I was actually gonna talk to you about something. I forgot. Like, you remember how you guys play that game called soccer, and we made you lose? Yeah. Get fucked. Get wrecked, mate. Too easy. Too easy. We don't even like soccer. Oh yeah, America deserved to win that game. We don't even care if we win or lose. We just want you guys to lose. They call soccer football. Get out of here. Am I right? Who needs that?
far away. Now in 5.1, the recommended area for an environment
Aluminium.
has expanded from
Humble
22
cake.
kilometers to 88 million kilometers.
Hold up. What the fuck did he just say?
And from 22 kilometers,
What?
calculate what is happening that far away. Now in 5.1, the recommended area for an environment has expanded from 22 kilometers to 88 million kilometers.
What? Hold up. Hold up. What the fuck? So you can What? What? Hang on. We're gonna look this up. So let's look up kilometers. Let's see. Let's see if I can look this up. Google Earth, maybe? Jesus. There's still gonna be compromises in there? Yeah, I guess. Holy shit. That is insane. What? So yeah, I mean, assuming the Earth is 40,000 kilometers, right? The circumference. That's just a big fucking number, man. Holy shit. I get it, it's gonna have compromises, but I feel that would obviously like even if you use a fraction of that, you know? I mean, there's no way you're gonna have a map that's obviously like that big, you know what I'm saying, Grits? But like fucking hell, like could you? Yeah, I mean, it basically. Well, I think you could make the Earth, but you could probably do it like you do like No Man's Sky in essence. You know what I'm saying? Can we get like No. You know what we can get? You know what we can get, graphics? We can get our moon map. Our moon map that we've been wanting for this whole time. That Gritson had alluded to at some point in time on Reddit, and it became its own thread. That we're getting a moon map. Gritson, how could you leak the moon map? We can actually get the whole moon now. Gritson, you can make the moon map now in Unreal 5. We'll be waiting for it. It's okay. Space, exactly. Confirmed. Confirmed Unreal 5 moon map baddies.
But so as you can guess,
that
we
is
create
insane.
some pretty large worlds now. And
That's
finally,
crazy.
the last major change of note
is
is
Marauders?
animation
Exactly.
with the sequencer. Animating
Damn,
anything in Unreal is done in the sequencer with keyframes.
Holy shit.
And if you want to move a sequence of keyframes earlier or later in the timeline,
I wonder if you could do like a story mode then in Hell Loose 2. Juggler thing for the Hydrate. You know? You can just make keyframes of the models you already have, right? You can just make a whole like cutscene tutorial. A tutorial, right? A CP77 DLC could be on the moon. No, exactly. Cyberpunk, dude. Could you imagine? They don't run on Unreal. They run on something else, right? They run on Unreal. No, I don't think they run on Unreal. They run on like the Red Engine or some. Yeah, it's like their own engine that they run The Witcher on. But dude, this is insane.
you have to select each one individually. For example, let's say maybe I want this ship to fly off earlier. What I'm going to have to do is hold down Shift and select every single keyframe and then move them back.
Red Engine,
That's
yeah.
how the animation
right.
starts. The ship is already
I like starting
flying
Rasbora
off.
as the character you follow through the
5.1
entire...
makes this
Bro,
process a lot easier
could you imagine?
with layer bars.
I wish if I was like that involved. What I always wanted, Jason, like I wanted to do like one of the voice acting for Hell Loose, and I wanted to do like, you know how like sometimes you have I think, don't you have like your characters like scream and stuff in the game sometimes, or you have them yeah, you have them like scream like in Hell Loose. I would love to be one of the screams in Hell Loose. Devs, Team 17, if you're out there. I mean, we just added a flamethrower. I could do the screams for the flamethrower. I'm just saying, like, when you get burned, I could do the scream. Put it out there. You missed the second. Oh, wait. Dies on the second and last mission, then you make a final. Oh, then I die? And I want to scream. I got the light breathing when you run. Dude, exactly. I'll be like, that's me. That's me.
Which make retiming keyframes a breeze. Instead of selecting each keyframe individually, I can select the bar as a whole, which will move all the keyframes of the object with it.
I got dibs
so
on the
with
crying.
one click, I can retime the animation. That's how it's sooner, instead of selecting all of them. Those were all the most important major changes of Unreal Engine 5.1. Now, this was just my opinion. Of course, there are hundreds of other new features and bug fixes. So if you are curious, I recommend you check out the release notes in the description below. If you want to keep up to date with everything Unreal Engine, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Unreal is more important than ever because half of all announced next-gen games are being made on UE5. There's no better time to learn Unreal Engine than now. Luckily for you, I have an entire free course right here on YouTube, which goes
Check
over
out this
all
guy,
the
by the way,
essentials
Unreal
to learn
Sensei.
UE. You
guys
can check
wanna
it out
watch this
in
video
the description below.
and check out his stuff about UE5. I mean, this guy is insane. That is singing Devs on Erika. Dun dun dun. Dude, but this is insane. So this is why I think you know, like, it would just be insane to do some like Pacific or Hella Loose. I mean, like, this is one of the best trailers of all time, like, for Battlefield, man. Could you imagine this, but Hella Loose, bro? Could you imagine this? Imagine this on Hella Loose, bro. Like, imagine. Because you could do, like, you know, you could do the little, like, quick scenes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could do a quick scene where you do, like, an animation every time. Like, instead of just waiting there at the loading screen and wait until the deploy, you click what you want, you go ahead and click where you're going to spawn, etc. You go ahead and load in, this is your load in, right? Like, you just load in, just imagine this. Load in, this is your load in. This is your load in, bro. Could you imagine that? And then, like, when you're, like, the Japanese or something, straight up, skip after seeing it 5 times. Dude, I guess. I mean, I think that'd be so cool. Like, that'd be so immersive. But, like, the difference would be, like, let me put it into perspective. So the difference would be not that, like, you could skip this. This would be the loading into the map. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you don't, it's not a cutscene and then it goes back to, like, something else. The cutscene, and then you just pick up your gun. And, like, you're in that spawn. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be what I'm thinking. There's no loading. It's just, like, goes straight into it. You go through this little animation of you're looking around, like someone's talking, like, all right, get ready, blah, blah, blah. And you just pick up your gun and you're ready to go. Grab it. But she should be someone building Harrison. You think it'd be annoying? I think it'd be sweet. Oh, man. I mean, this would be insane. God. I forgot how good this game was. This is easily the best update. Well, second best. I think the best update or DLC for Battlefield ever was the Vietnam. I think Vietnam was really good for Battlefield. But I mean, like, Hella Loose, World War II, Pacific. Trust me. Trust me. Unreal 5. This would be crazy. That was like fresh baked goods in there, and that's like one of the people trying to satchel, right? It'd be a 5. The boat drive-by wouldn't work. You'd take 5. Yeah, no, exactly. And 2,000% damage. I'm telling you. This is insane. That's Busco in the next update. But, like, bro, I'm telling you. Trust me. Devs, please. Look at this shit. That would be Artie, right? That would just be the Artie for Hella Loose. God, I forget how good this is. Who wants me to play Battlefield 5 again? I mean, fuck me. Oh, the great game. Yeah, no, I agree. BF1 slaps, bro. Change my mind. Battlefield 5 has the best gunplay in any Battlefield. Period. Fact. Battlefield 1 has the best setting, I think. Like, the best immersion, I feel. Are the servers popping right now? Oh, shit. I like the classiness and old-fashioned style of Hell Loose. Yeah. Battlefield, yes. The latest, absolutely. I think it has the best audio. I think Battlefield 5 has the best straight-up gunplay and movement for sure. Yes. Battlefield 5 is the only Battlefield game to not use blue. Yeah. I think You know what I didn't like though about Battlefield 1 was the sniping, and I didn't like. Well, I like the sniping, but I didn't like the sweet spot mechanic. I thought that was a little cheap, to be honest with you. If you guys don't know what the sweet spot mechanic was, it was like this weird mechanic where like you would be at a certain range, and that gun would have maybe like a 50-yard range. Where in this, it was always a one-hit kill. I didn't like that at all. I thought it was, but yeah, Terry, I fucking love Battlefield. We should play Battlefield 5 together. I really like Battlefield 1. Shame they didn't support it more with content. Yeah, I know. Give me Battlefield 1 atmosphere, Battlefield 5 gun movement, and you know, exactly. I was always a top-tier pilot. I don't play with scrubs? What? Aluminium. It's fucked.
Support is on the way.
I always fucking hated these people that would just wait for the plane just to get it, just to jump out to get there the fastest. And I have to wait there for 10 minutes to wait for my fucking plane. Fuck you guys. Dude. Huh? Not here. Freaking sweet, bro. You always get shot down by A. Gotta get good, bro. I will tell you what. Iwo Jima with the black sand is so nice looking, bro. The black sand is just so weird to me, and I love it so much. Dude, Danny did a really good job of actually modeling these in Hella Loose. Look at these boats. He modeled them like exactly like that in Omaha Beach. Pretty good. Loved mining the Hamada airfield. Oh yeah. I'm so weird to you. In 19... Maybe that's what it was, Terry. But yeah, I mean, I know it's a volcanic island, so it makes sense that it has black sand. But dude, the black sand just pops so much. Aluminum. Woo! Spicy. Imagine this at HLL and Loose, bro. Imagine this in HLL Loose. I'm telling you, right now, this would be absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, no, they absolutely know how to put a fucking good trailer together. But I will tell you what, guys. That'll do it for today. And that'll do it for why Hella Loose 2 should be on Unreal 5 in the Pacific. I think it'd be amazing. I appreciate all of you guys hanging out. This was the Razcast. Be sure to turn in usually every Saturday. This will be the last episode for now of the Razcast until next year. We'll be just playing Hella Loose regularly on Saturdays going forward for the rest of this year. I'll be out as well a little bit in December. I'm headed to Phoenix, Arizona. We're going on a trip. But be here tomorrow. Squad Up Sunday. As always, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Season 2 of the Razcast will start next year. We'll have a lot more guests, a lot of new topics. I hope you guys enjoy it. And we're going to go ahead and send the raid over to our buddy, Mr. Angelo De La Morte. Go ahead and give him some love. Please spam some 2 easies in chat for him. And I'll see you guys here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I got to go to work. And I'll see you guys next time. See you later. Bye-bye.